Hi JC, thank you for your participation for my interview. I'm Sage. I'm just doing on an assignment on Australian obesity, and I wanted to ask you some questions about these issues in Australia, and I want some of your advice on the Australians' current diets and what to shop so that there's healthy food in the fridge. So
Sure.
so let's begin. So the first question is about some advice on what causes obesity in Australia and how to improve this issue.
Okay. Hi, Sage. Nice meeting you today. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed today.
Okay.
Well, my previous experience has been exposures within the food industry. And funny enough, I actually work in confectionery, just chocolate category before, as well as candy. And also I have some background experience in early life nutrition, which is, to be specific, it's more on baby formula. Based on the past experience and also the knowledge that I have, at the moment, we've been facing the biggest challenge is too much on the shelf as a food, and too easy to access any kind of food. When I say food, they're including like snacks and takeouts and etc. So the problem today is there are too many choices that we can put in our mouth, and then people, especially younger people, lack of knowledge of how to identify what are food and what are snacks. What I'm trying to say is sometimes, there are beverages and there are liquid food such as protein shakes and all kinds of supplements. The younger people have no idea of what's in it, So, because if you're looking back in the 70s and 80s, people can just eat whole foods and then they have 3 meals a day. They don't have that much of snacks and other supplements that we're having today. So, and all of these have additional sugar and also calories and also unhealthy fats such as trans fat and saturated fat. So, what really makes people obese these days we don't have healthy choices. There are too many things that we can put in our mouth, but we have no idea what are they.
Yeah, so you think that there are too much food that we have in our mouth, and some just young people and adolescents don't have enough knowledge about that.
Exactly, they don't know. First, they don't know what can be identified as normal food, because when we say food, you can subcategorize them in three meals during the day, or snacks or beverages and others. And secondly is what are the nutrition factors in these food that we can access. And thirdly is we need to teach the newer generation or younger people to learn how to read food labels or nutrition panels at the back of every pack.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so do you have some advice on our current diet, or what to shop for that so that there's healthy food in our fridge?
So I'd say, first of all, people need to learn to eat food as its original shape or original form. What I mean by that is whole foods. So, excuse me. So, what I'm saying is we should eat food as a whole potato rather than access a pack of chips. That's a typical example. So when we try to access healthy food, the first thing we should look at is try to eat everything at its original form. So if you're going to eat a potato, get a potato from the fresh food market or from the pantry, rather than a pack of chips from the shelf. Now, a pack of chips is actually quite easy to identify as junk food. So people can easily just say, oh, okay, I just don't eat chips, that's all. However, fries, wedges, like you can get them from the takeout shop, takeaways, or McDonald's. Those are also junk food, but some people more identify that as a food. They don't see that as a snack. So I say try to eat things as original form, which is whole foods. And secondly is the way how we cook it, because buying a potato as its original form doesn't make it healthy. Because if you buy a potato and if you buy potato off the pantry and then you deep fry it, and then you deep fry and then you didn't finish and then you fry it tomorrow, it still doesn't make it any healthier, right?
Yeah.
So the second thing I would say is to the way how we cook it. Thirdly is combine what diet, because nowadays people have no idea of what's the best diet for them, because there are like a calorie restriction diet, there are Mediterranean diet, and also there are keto diet. There's all kinds of diets in the world that younger people, or even like people in my generation or even older, they have no idea what's the best diet for them. So and the fourth is to don't rely too much on supplements, because there are certain supplements we should take, like calcium, or even sometimes vitamin D, because we don't get enough sun these days on our exposed skin. So there are lots of supplements in the market that would be good for us. However, people are so lack of knowledge on what supplements they should take, especially there are too many supplements on the shelf, label them as fat loss, fat melting.
Yeah.
And these are very marketing attracted language that targeting our consumers, because what people don't know is whenever you can see on the shelf and you can buy yourself without any professional advice, those are all consumer products. They may not guarantee any results, and they may not do anything for you, and they may not harm you, but they don't necessarily benefit you in any other way. But for anything that you need to buy professionally, that has to be over the counter. So that's how we access product. However, on the other hand, when the manufacturer, so for example, baby formula, when we're trying to make a baby formula, we can't target it. We can't say to the customer, this will make your baby have a super brain or something. We can only say it has omega-3. And how you know omega-3 is good for your baby's brain, that's up your own research. So there is a gap of understanding between what's good for you and what should you get. So what I'm saying is, if you get some calcium, vitamin D, vitamin C supplement, which is good for you, but don't be too attracted by any of the products saying it's like fat melting, a diet pill, blah blah blah. So you would be so attracted by this marketing language, then you tend to not paying too much attention on what's actually the ingredient. Like how does it make you lose fat? Because it shrink your appetite, because it lift up your metabolism. Like what's the component? What's the recipes within these pills? So don't rely too much on supplements. And the final tip I'd say is try to do more activity. When I say do more activity, does not mean that you have to sweat so much in the gym. In fact, doing a lot of exercise in the gym, it's not a lifestyle to a lot of people, because gym can be boring. And then even you go to a lot of fitness classes, that might not be suitable for you, because people are different age and also they have different lifestyle. They may not be able to attend certain classes at certain time. However, try to create some activity like fast jogging, fast walking outdoor, even rope skipping at home. So there's a lot of things you can do, as long as you keep in your mind that get involved some activities. It doesn't have to be like, running so fast around the park. Even you just jogging and then just keep in your mind, that you need to do some activities. Then it will be benefit in your lifestyle.
Yeah, it's very helpful. So thank you for the interview. That's my last question.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
Pleasure.
you for your valuable time.
My pleasure. Take care.
Thank you.